Hey everybody. Um, our host, that's me, has had a lot of time playing those real stressful, intricate, boom boom explosion games. Okay, so he's gonna relax today a little bit. He's just gonna relax today. He's still gonna talk about brunch, and it's gonna be chill. But it's gonna not be chill just for a second. Hold on just a second. Okay, it's better now. Hey everybody. As usual, the channel is chasing you. And normally I am out in the world covering comic conventions and theme parks. I can't go to those right now. So I'm hanging out here, playing games and such, and talking about those things with excuse me, a game as my backdrop, as opposed to say Space Mountain or something. Just a nice chill thing on a new game that I have not played before. It's supposed to be just exploring the ocean. I will jump into some Brunch Madness today. We're gonna do some of the tournament bracket that I've set up. And we'll get into that in a little bit. But before I do, as I like to do in the beginning, talking about what I'm usually doing, I'm actually going to show you. This is a 1.5 minute trailer of footage that I've pulled together from all of my shenanigans out in the world covering set events. I'll be right back. Okay, so there that is. I'll have to see if I need to turn down this volume on this game, but it doesn't seem like there's going to be anything that jumps out. There's no gunfire. This is apparently just you're swimming around in the ocean or something, which is what I need. I didn't realize that I needed it until I jumped into, so this is on the Switch, until I jumped into PC games. And I'm glad I was able to unlock access to some games that I can't get on the Switch, or even eventually when I get the PS5, if I can get my hands on them. Is there's just so much, one, to get set up, to get into the game itself. It's not all baked in like it is on consoles, which is, I'm a console guy. I think I didn't realize, but that's part of why, because I don't want to think about the setup. It's not part of the fun for me. But I was doing it because I was trying to explore other games to replace Fortnite, or at least how much I was playing. Give myself something else, some alternatives for when it gets silly, out of balance competitively like it has been this season. I really haven't played a ton. Because you're inevitably up against someone at the end of those matches who's running people down with a car, which I don't have as much of an issue with. But then these super enhanced weapons where people can fly and stuff, Because even when you ended up with last season, when you had the boss people that you could get, the henchman boss people, when you get these mythic weapons, there's still like a gun or something like that. They're not allowing you the ability to fly, and you could still win against them fairly, not simply, but odds were good. Anyway, but as I was exploring all these other games, I found that a lot of these other battle royale games are just so overly complicated. I don't know what it is and I know they're popular. I don't know what it is. I don't have it in me to want to make 30 micro decisions in 1/16 of every second that I have to put 8 different inputs onto a controller or a keyboard or whatever in order to not die in a minute and a half in the game. Like, it's not something that I'm interested in unlocking in myself, the ability. I didn't realize how well the gameplay and the mechanics of Fortnite really lent themselves to what I enjoy about games. And then yesterday I took a break and played Fall Guys, and while it's stressful, yes, but it's simple, and those two are fine for me. That together, I like that combination where you're like, you're trying to. It's just 3 buttons. You can jump, you can dive, and you can grab the end. And it's all about your placement. And I hollered more during that game than I have, and I think in any game of Fortnite. But it was I knew after I was done that I was onto something, like taking a break from the Battle Royale games and everything, because I was just smiling. I was happy. It's like I had taken a load off, because I liked how it was stressful but simple. So I'll be playing that one a little bit more for sure, and streaming it once in a while. I'll get back to Fortnite, and probably when I feel like it, like a Rogue Company or something else that's a little bit more kind of intense. I like that Rogue Company is intense and it's fast and furious, but it's not as overly complicated as like Apex. There's too much going on for me. As well as what was the other one I tried? I downloaded it, I played it, and I got rid of it like pretty quickly. I can't remember. And I have Battlefront for the first time. That's intense. That's fun. But even the arcade version of it, I played the arcade single player, low kind of beginner as you could get, and I was still like, this is crazy. So anyways, very long story short, I realized that I needed to chill once in a while, and that's what I'm doing here. This is on the Switch, and we're gonna do a little bit of Brunch Madness. So what I've been doing is going through all these TV shows and films. If you go back into my go to my YouTube, it's just linked somewhere in here. and you'll see it there's a live gameplay playlist, and you'll see all the shows and movies that I've gone through. I usually dedicate one episode, one stream to one title to set up the tournament bracket, because the tournament bracket is 16. I'm going to set up 2 of them, but there's 16 winners from each of those shows, so 1 each. So like today, we're going to do the winner from The Boys. We're going to do against the winner from The Flash. We're going to do the winner from Back to the Future versus the winner from Community. We're going to do the winner from this one I'm looking forward to very much. The winner from Westworld versus the winner from Raising Hope. I look forward to that. And then the winner from Big Bang Theory versus the winner from Frasier. And so we can start moving my way into the winner from that bracket. I don't know why that's so relaxing just to think about this music, and it's just chill. Yeah. But we're gonna do some Brunch Madness. And speaking of the Brunch Madness, that image, the first head-to-head that won after being put on the bracket was Thor. He was in that image. He won against Jacob Kowalski from Fantastic Beasts. So all of the Harry Potter stuff. So he won that, but then Thor head-to-head they won. So anyways, well, we'll get into that. First, I kind of want to jump into this. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh, I need this. Okay, so while we wait for this little bit to populate, is that me? There are some rules in Brunch Madness. So, criteria, I guess that's me. I'm just chilling. Alright. Why there's a press to die. Oh, there we go. Hold to swim. I think I'm gonna have to change some of these settings here. Yeah, the camera is wonky. Oh, that makes him flip. There we go. So I'm holding this to swim. Yeah, I gotta change the axis on this, I think. Nope. Yep. Okay, let's see if I can... How would I get out of this? Let's see. I would imagine. Oh, here we go. Normal. Normal. Alright, let's try this again. normal. Alright, let's try that. That's better. Alright, so I'm looking around. That feels good. Gotta hold down this button. Yeah, this still seems good. So that's good. This is just camera. It's camera. So if I'm pointed down and I think camera up, he's still going to go down, right? Yeah. Okay. Alright. So kind of like in Fortnite, because that's what I have to compare it to. If I want to go sideways, but watch myself that way, I would do that. And that. And then I would go through. Cool. Oh, this is nice. Go through just a smidge. Alright. So, what is this flipping thing? Oh, he does the flip if you press forward, like, without... Hey, buddies. Okay. What's this guy? Okay. Camera. Oh, so he's just gonna go ahead and... No. Hold to ride. Excuse me? This is dope. What's the camera do? So camera is this. Definitely not controlling him. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is relaxing. So there isn't anything to like accomplish here. I'll just point that out. Other than just floating around and getting to know this. Well, find a nice point of view here and get a screenshot I could use for. Some little barrel roll you can do. Alright. So our goal is going to be exploring and figuring out the camera stick movement. Pretty sure it's a similar layout stick-wise to what I'm used to. So, we can jump in. Let's start with, as I explore, we'll talk about... Oh, right, we gotta lay the groundwork. So the rules are, there's what I'm looking for. Number one, energy level-wise. No, don't do that. Gotta hold down button. Energy level needs to be somewhere in between the, being all hyperactive like Peter Parker or something. Or too comatose, worrisome like I would imagine Kate Austen. Something like that would be. Okay, this is... where you'd be looking at it like, a little just concerned there that she's tied one on a little too much. And, that I'd have to, babysit while we're having our lunch. That's not something I'm looking for. Let's get some air. Let's go around. Let's go around up here. That's okay. Just chilling. And I'll remind you again. These are the two winners already from when I went through these TV shows that they're on. So the winner from The Flash was Cisco Ramone, and the winner from The Boys was Mother's Milk, and which means it's already a tough kind of competition between the two because they won. So they obviously already have the qualifications that I'm looking for enough so that they beat out the rest of that cast. But we're gonna have to put these two against each other. So energy level wise, what's this do? Interacting with something. Okay, you can't move the cameras when you're interacting. What's that? Okay. Thanks, buddy. I guess you're following me around now. Stop messing with the camera as much. Just yeah, that's probably better. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Number 2 would be kindness, goodness to the wait staff. You know, I want someone who's going to be an ambassador. Let's see if I can find some stuff down below here. Someone who can be kind of an ambassador for me. You know, that's just because I know when I'm in that kind of mush brain after work or super tired or kind of overworked, I would want to be, you know, overtly good. But don't know if I can be trusted to do so. So I've got 2 of them now. Got a little entourage going on here. Okay. Can I? Is there something over here? No, not so much. Alright, I'm trying to keep the camera behind me. Explore this. What's that do? So I think that, yeah, the goodness, kindness of the wait staff, and someone who could take these interactions kind of off of my plate would be cool. And thirdly, someone who would be interested in this kind of conversation and could contribute, could see the value in. There we go. What's that do? Okay. I did a thing. Released some goo into the wild. Alright. Let's see what else I can find out here. So let's look at them, shall we? I do wish I could find some sort of... I feel like I'm going in circles here. Some sort of other type of area. It did come in here through something. What's that do? It's like a little lava something or other. Am I gonna get it through that? Or am I gonna burn myself? Oh no, that's like a little seaweed. He's gonna burn through it for me. Oh me, thank you. Okay. So energy level. Let's look at it. No. There we go. Fine. There it is here. Uh-oh. I think they're both going to be in that mid-range, obviously, or else they wouldn't have won, their respective battles with the rest of their cast, their shows and such, but it's a little too much things that how they push the camera around on their own. All right, I can do this. I can get over that. So I think they'd both fit into that middle range and all, but I think Cisco. Hold, please. I need to pick that up. Okay. Just chilling and floating. It's hard to figure out the volume on this one just because there's a lot of just chilling. I do want a little ambient noise in here, so I'll leave it there for now. What's that? Can I do something? Alright. What's this? Go to. This is where I was. Fish. I can't tell. This little flip does. If you press forward without without actually doing the swimming motion. So, okay. So Cisco. This is pretty sure. Oh, these are lights. I wonder if I can turn them on. I don't need you to do flips, dude. Yeah, I'll find out if it's too stressful. Stop for a minute. I think, yeah, Cisco's gonna have. I don't know. He's gonna have more energy. I think just because he's younger. But I don't think that's a bad thing. Cause I still think he's pretty chill. And Mother's Milk. I mean, he's got a kid, so he knows how to what happens in here. Can I go in there? I can do this. Oh, you could just kind of. Gotta go in there. Go in there. I did it. Whoa. Did it transport me somewhere? What's up? Okay, so there's little. I don't remember where I am here. What in the heck and stuff is this? There's little like transport things. Wow. That's stunning. Very cool. Yeah, so energy level wise, yeah, I don't think might be a little loud. Still learning. Yeah, I don't think that there's gonna be one who's I don't know, I maybe Mother's Milk wins just because he's got that ability because he's got a kid. So he knows about taking care of someone even when he's in that state. Okay, I really need to learn how to control this thing down. And I want to get behind. Now forward. Oh, down. I think the thing that's tripping me up a little bit is that I'm used to the stick not just controlling direction, but movement. Because instead, you're holding down a button and then you're pressing. You're controlling the direction instead of it doing both. So can I run into these things or go through them? Yeah, apparently. What the heck? Now I'm like, what's out there? Nothing? Oh my gosh, why is that so relaxing? Okay. Let's see what's over here. So maybe a little slight edge to Mother's Milk there. Goodness to the waitstaff, I think both are very good. Both very grateful. I think Mother's Milk would be kind of relieved that someone is, taking the lead as far as because he's used to, helping out his daughter and cooking breakfast and all that stuff, so he might be a little okay, camera, follow me along. Okay, here we go. That's down. So he may be he'll be kind, but he'll be less engaged. And he does have some charm there, but I think there may be a little bit of a kind of relaxed state that he's fallen into. But still good. And then Cisco, I think he's just someone that has I don't want to go somewhere else yet if that's going to take me into some other. This is crazy. It really wants me to interact with it though. It's drawing me in, you guys. What is it? What do I have? I gave it something, apparently. I'm so used to having to accomplish and fight and earn points and gather materials and all of that kind of stuff, so it's something where you're really just totally chilling out. It's taking a little getting used to. Okay. It's like playing in a version of a wallpaper that you would put on your computer with sound, and you can swim around in it and interact a little bit here and there, which is what I need today. Can you imagine if I went from this to Road Company? So I think Cisco would be more engaged with them, just because he seems like a present guy, he's there and he's gonna be charming and want to tell them jokes and anecdotes and stuff. I don't know if it would be so far as to want to make their day or anything, but I think it's that. You guys shine your light right there. Lights, do your friggin' jobs and shine your lights. Thank you. Stop moving around. Do your job. There. Thank you. What is that? So yeah, I think he takes the lead there, Cisco, a little bit, just because that's the whole taking the interaction off of my plate. I think a lot of the reason that Mother's Milk ended up standing out in the last one is just being around him. He's one of those people that if you're around him, if you've watched that show, you know what I mean. He's he's the moral center of that show. He's the one with his stuff he's got his stuff together. And that was the one thing that kind of eked out the win because it was close between, I can't remember who the remaining were. But yeah, I still think that in the interactions, I think Cisco would be more apt to like take the lead and take those social interactions off my hand and be the, ambassador for all of that. It's some other civilization or something. Wish the camera could be bound to their movement just a little instead of just maybe it does more so when you're swimming like this. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, that gave me chills. Well, that was rude. I'm still gonna go that way, punk. Looks like I need to go there. Interesting how the camera pulled out. Seems like I'm being summoned or something. Maybe this isn't the move. And thirdly, interest in this. Is that a level? I guess. Interest in this conversation. I think both of them would appreciate the idea of debating something character driven. Both would understand because Mother's Milk works with youth and everything, and I think alright, I am in other water now. Cool. Good to know. I was transported from one water to other water. Whoa. Oh my goodness, this is cool. Whoa. Get this. Yeah, that's a thing. It gives me stuck. I'm not doing it. It's moving on its own. Like, forward motion. Camera-wise, I can mess with it. So, although I think Cisco, though, there's going to be a lot more. Okay, now it's just tripping itself. This is a trip. There's gonna be a lot more on the ground with me and let's turn that down just a little. With me and Cisco. I think he's gonna have more to contribute, for sure. And he'll see it as a back and forth and not a competition. Not that Mother's Milk would, but I think he's just not going to be as engaged. The buy-in won't be there as much. So, do I have to write this out, or can I, let's see if I can break myself away from this. Nope. It's not. It really just drives you. Okay. Hit the... you're making me go. This is against my will, you guys. This is crazy. I don't mind it, so let's take the wheel, seriously. What happens now? Well, that was pretty nice. I should go through there again when, can I? Let's try it. Like every time. Is it not gonna let me? Oh, you sons of monkeys. Son of monkeys. Yeah, it's gonna turn me around. Nope. Anyways, yeah, so I think definitely Cisco's gonna have a lot more to discuss. Not only will we have more common ground, but this is definitely like you're swimming around in a screensaver little aquarium thing. Hey, dolphins! I want to come with. Can I ride? No? I don't know what that does. Can I catch up with them? Oh wait, burst. What's burst doing? Let's see if I can remember what button it was though. Wait, let me. Yeah, it's a barrel roll. So I think. So it's like, what's more important between the two? Is it? Honestly, yeah, I think overall, Cisco's going to be. Let's go this way. Let's see if we can figure out how to get that. This is. There we go. There. So I think, between the two, between Cisco Ramone and Mother's Milk, I think. How do I swim on you? No, that's just a river. Can I go down there? Or have I already tried this? So can I turn me around? Yep. Alright, I get it. I'm gonna stay in my little aquarium here. Hang out with the dolphins, which is fine. Oh wait, look. Where are my little helper dudes? We have to find another. Wait, there's the guy. Why is it saying no? That's weird. Alright, moving on. Let's see what else we got. It's over here. Sharp thing. Yeah, I think Cisco's the guy. What are you guys? Are you super rude or gonna attack me? Are there really? Oh wait, yeah, there is. He's meditating. Press X to meditate. Alright, well, we're chilling out, watching this guy. My personal little screensaver. Oh my gosh, you can be different fish. So we're like following them around. And then let's find someone who's a little bit faster. But yeah, I think between Cisco and Mother's Milk, Cisco is the winner. Sorry for the very abrupt, loud horns in the middle of this very serene setting we've got here. Let's find someone that's fast. There's this guy. He seems kind of interesting. So next up, so we're going to put a little X next to it. It's the winner. We've got Clara Clayton from Back to the Future 3 to be specific, and Britta Perry from Community. Let's look at energy level wise. Energy level. Let's see. Britta, I mean, she's a practiced drinker, sure. Though there is a little bit of a wild card there where you don't know perhaps if she's right in his face. He does not like the camera. Let's try to see if we can find someone else here. Is it just the two that we get? Emperor Angelfish, sorry. What are these guys? Coral trout. Okay, let's follow them around. Are you interesting? Or boring? Steve. Steve. I named them all Steve, so every one of them is named Steve. I've done that with animals I see my whole life. So point to Clara, because I think Clara, she's later, like she's more advanced generationally and in life experience. I think she can be counted upon, relied upon more for knowing that the energy level is going to be in the right place, that she's not going to be perhaps like potentially Britta, where she might have done too much because Jeff pieced her off or something in the study group or something at Greendale or whatever. It's not a for sure thing. There's like a small, slim chance, but it's still there. Let's find out there. Whoa, what are those? Bicolor parrotfish. That's pretty cool. I'll stop meditating here in a minute and see what I can find. What else we got? Well, interest in this conversation, I think, because Claire's an educator, so she's going to have to know, and a mom at the end of that film, so she has to know a little about a lot of things, and so she need to be able to connect with her students, and I think she's well read, so we're going to find common ground there, and I think she would have buy-in to the idea of this, because I do it because if I'm tired or mush brain, hungover, whatever it is, I want to like push my mind into something. I think we're kind of getting the same schools of fish here, so let's exit. That's enough meditating, buddy. It's time for you to get up. Kind of wanted to swim with them dolphins, but apparently not. It's over there. I might. So he doesn't really cruise well, so you can't get a like momentum going and then just float. But let's see what's going on in here. So Britta, we'd have a lot of, oops, oh good. I scared all the things there. She'd have a lot of, we'd have a lot of common ground, I think. She's very creative, so there would be buy-in there as far as the thought experiment itself. That's what I'm looking for. Let's go up there. What's up there? I want you to do a flip, dude. I'd like for you to move forward. Alright, let's take a look at these two. What's that? But honestly, I think Clara would still be the winner in that category, just because I think as an educator and a mom, she would understand doing little experiments like that with debates like I'm doing here. It's science again, I'm telling you. Okay, now we're gonna go. I kind of want to see if I can. How do I grab the dolphin again? There they went. And I can go. No, just. Oop, there's my little spin move. That's me go faster. Come on, dudes. This way. So what happens if I go first? Hey, it does work. I thought it would. Goodness to the staff. Both would be great. Britta would be someone who would. Okay, so I guess I'm supposed to go this way. I gotta find that little coral door, I think. Which wasn't that way. It was kind of this way, maybe? So yeah, she would be very good, kind, I think. Appreciative. She'd be like, show solidarity. But she also works in a bar and all that kind of stuff, so so much so that it would take those interactions off of my plate. And before I go explore a new spot, just chill here for a second. And then Clara, you know, she's used to speaking for, you know, her kids, I'm sure, for Emmett after a while, just because he's a kind dude, but he's super intense, right? So I would imagine she's used to taking the wheel in those situations. So seems like Claire's won each of these categories. So yeah. So between Back to the Future, Clara, and Community's Britta, we got Clara Clayton as the winner there. And we're back. Alright, congrats, Clara. I'm not sure who you're up against next, but we're not going to do that today. I'm going to do this other one last. Save what I think is the best for last. It's going to be hard to do, you'll see why. The winner from Big Bang Theory, Bernadette, and the winner from Frasier, Daphne, against each other here. So let's see what happens with downward, down. Here we go. Energy level wise, that Daphne's going to be more my speed, because she's English. I don't know what that means. I'm referencing people that I know from England, who I wouldn't say are accomplished drinkers, but they did elevate my tolerance levels. I recently, in the last few months, texted one of them and was like, I blame some of my whiskey budget on you. And he accepted that. Okay, that's fair. But yeah, I mean, she's also like, she's just very, yeah, I think she's a little bit further along, I believe, thinking about Daphne's age generation correctly, in that in the show that Bernadette's so young. But Bernadette's personality too is strong and loud, I think. Still falls in the right kind of range and all, but wow. Alright. Okay. Yeah, this thing is taking the wheel. All I can do is just the camera. And can I do that little barrel roll? No? Yeah, I can. It seems fun. So energy level wise, I think Daphne is gonna be ahead there. She just seems. Well, that happened. And now my dude's upside down. What happened? So you went swimming with the dolphins and ended up upside down. Yeah. This is the energy level I would not want to find someone in the next day. Just upside down in the water. Yeah, so I think Daphne wins there. She's just a little more low-key. Goodness to the wait staff. So Daphne's both polite, built in something from being English for the most part, from what I've experienced. It's just there, whether or not it's genuine, but I think with her it is. Let's do this. Okay. I think that she's also someone in a position where she helps people. So, how did I end up in this dank old place? I think it's Wales or whatever it was. So I think she's gonna have that whole solidarity down. Have I been here? I feel like I've been here. Oh, this is kind of like the center thing. Yeah, I need to get myself down in the goo here. There we are. And I think that she wouldn't necessarily default to, okay, I'm back here again. Alright, let's see what's that up there? Is that like a jellyfish? I'm just gonna go straight ahead this time, because it seems like there's a little trail leading there. What could that mean? Because the other ones are not. That one's illuminated, but this one has, hey, you should come here. It's got its come hither trail on. Bernadette. So yeah, I think. Oh, sorry, we're talking about Daphne. So Daphne would still, I think, because I don't think she'd have that like, okay, I work in service, so I'm not on the clock, so I'm kind of taking a breather, and it's nice to have someone. She'd be kind and all that, but I think that she'd still, because of her politeness, would still kind of take the wheel and engage and make sure she's present and kind of overtly helpful, like thankful and everything with the waitstaff. So that's good. Bernadette would be very kind, but I don't know that she's going to be as relatable, just because of the kind of job that she's in. She's still going to be grateful, but I think because of that solidarity aspect, that Daphne would win that round. It's 2 out of 3 to her, but we'll have to see. Interest in this type of conversation. So Bernadette, so I released the whales. Was that because of my little whale adventure? There were whales. Alright. Yeah, Bernadette is married to Howard. And Howard and his homies, Oliver and Raj and Sheldon and everybody, they have debates where they're trying to like who's got the right answer, not like a back and forth kind of thing. Okay, so that big thing. I guess it doesn't matter that it's confusing because it's just relaxing. Alright. So she could. I think she would be relieved that. Let's see what happens. 3rd door number, whatever. It's not one that I've been through already. Oh, okay. Why don't you show me the history of this shark over here? Light, 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 light. Took you long enough. Okay. Um, I think we could find common ground. I think she would appreciate, because being in a position of, I think she's in a position of leadership in her job, that she's got to be sharp, and would appreciate the idea of this kind of schools of fish. Let's go down there. What's this like? Scared. Situation here. So we'd find common ground. I think she'd have a little bit of the buy-in to the idea of the thing itself. It's all the way down there. I get to meditate again? Ah, I do. So let's see if we can swim around as whatever that is down there. Oh, heck yeah. Look at that. That's cool. Daphne definitely has some show. I think she'd be excited to talk about characters and the things. She'd be the one that, like, the next day she'd be like, did you see such and such? I can't believe that so-and-so did whatever on whatever show it is. And, there's going to be an excitement there. Whether or not she needs or buys into the whole, like, scientific part of it, for stimulating the mind, that kind of thing. If she hears enough of that, I think, from her husband, Frasier, I think she'd be into it, though. Yeah, I think overall, in those three categories, Daphne definitely seems to stand out, so it's changed. Oh, send me to the school of fish, please. Where are they? I would like to go up there. I'd like to find my way up there, please. What am I? Giant Trevally. Which is, I guess, this... Okay. Yeah, so look at that. Daphne Moon. Eliminating Bernadette Rostenkowski from Brunch Madness. That's right. And this is the one that I've been looking forward to. It's the Westworld versus... I forgot to do... Oh yeah, victory for Daphne. And since it's the last one, the one I've been looking forward to the most, this one is going to be the winner of Westworld, which was Elsie Hughes, played by Shenanigans, versus the winner from Raising Hope, which wasn't Shannon's character from that show. I wished it would have been, but this is I got to do the science, and going through the science, it ended up being Burt Chance. So we're looking at Elsie Hughes versus Burt Chance in this last round. Tournament bracket Brunch Madness. Here we go. Yeah, that's right. Okay. This should be interesting. Alright, let's exit. I am my meditative state over here. See, this is what I look like. I was gonna say, you know what I look like when I'm doing Brunch Madness, because I'm on camera and stuff. Let's go swim around some more. Energy level wise, both are gonna be next. Oh, that's what. All right. Where am I heading here? Let's go to there. Get a little better control of this sucker. Am I leaving too soon? I can't tell. Maybe I should go down as far as I can. No. Down. energy level wise, I think both are going to be similar, but I think Burt as a character is going to be. I mean, he started partying kind of early as a teen, and I think he's also got some. Oh, that's cool! I got the lights now. Yes, I got to the bottom. I'm glad I stayed. How cool is this? Oh my gosh. Well, Elsie, I'm sure, is going to be, just fine. I don't know what that does, but it looks neat. So let's go this way. Going through some ruins here. Okay. Elsie's is going to be right on the money and all, but I think Burt, just because the reliability factor of that, I think, because of just generationally speaking, his life experience and all, he's going to be more reliable in that. Not by any leaps and bounds. Obviously, she won from all of the cast of friggin' Westworld, but I think Burt's got the edge there between him and Elsie Hughes. That tickles me just to think about. Okay, around circles. Should I go up now? I kind of want to see if I can interact with the thing that I just turned. What does that do? Hello? No idea. Maybe it's something that helps me unlock a underwater world somewhere. Goodness to the waitstaff. We both are going to be kind. She ended up winning Westworld because, she's like the Matt Donovan of Westworld. Matt Donovan from Vampire Diaries, if you're not familiar. The Normo. Everybody else is just so... There's just no normalcy. There's no center. She was like a lone, civilian in that show. She died because of the lack of moral flexibility. And so I think, they show her being pretty good to everyone and sympathetic to hosts and all. So yes, I think she'd be good to the waitstaff, sure. Burt, that dude is yes, absolutely, and he's also charming as heck, and he would want to tell whatever jokes that he's heard or show them videos that he's just watched. And if you're like me right now, it's hard to say all this stuff because you're picturing Shannon Woodward. We're not talking about Sabrina, or Sabrina, as Virginia likes to say. We're talking about Westworld. Character Elsie Hughes. So I think Burt comes out ahead there. As far as interest in this conversation, I think with each I could find common ground, sure. Elsie's in a job, however, that I'm making myself dizzy. She's not going to have a lot of spare time. She's probably working TV film show production hours or worse, and so there'll be something there. But I think at the end of the day, it's going to be Burt in that category as well, just because there's going to be so many different. What's that? It's pretty cool looking. So much common ground there to cover. I like that it blinks at you like it's an eye. It's pretty cool. Alright, let's go, dude. Let's see what we have on the other end here. I think I might end up doing Fall Guys. Not today, but tomorrow again. Yeah, I think overall, I mean, it's not hard to see between the two. It may have been an unfair pairing for Elsie, but science. You can't argue with science and stuff. What's that chain do? I want to find out. Can I have it? May I? Where do you come from? I guess I should just follow it. See what happens. So in the battle between Elsie Hughes from Westworld and Burt Chance from Raising Hope, Burt Chance is the winner. And that, everybody, is Brunch Madness. Yeah, I'm swimming around here a little bit more. I'm going to work on a graphic to show progress on the actual tournament bracket. Because I was going to wait and do set up two brackets of 16, because I'm going through, again, each show, each television series in its own stream, go through the cast, choose the winner, set them on the bracket. And so I did that for 16 shows and movies, and then ended up creating the bracket that we just started working through today, except for the Thor and Jacob Kowalski one. But I'll make up the graphic that's worth sharing, put it on Twitter or something, and maybe I'll even be able to share it on here next time. And not next time, sometime this week, maybe next week. And just show the progress, because I'm also setting up another bracket of 16. And I'm going to keep this up throughout. Whoa, what's down there? What are you? I don't want to leave yet, but I'm kind of curious what's going on down there. Like the whole thing. It's not. Let's just hang out here. I like this gold bow. Yeah, so through the end of the year at least, I think I'll have some other things that I'm doing. So, other themes for episodes, because that's how I look at this, honestly, is one is Don't Tell Fortnite. I'm fooling around with other games, because that game is just finally starting to piece me off, how uneven it is competitively. So sometimes I won't even do the Brunch Madness, and I'll just try out a new game for the first time. This one I could do both, just because it's not competitive. It's just relax, chill, swimming around kind of thing. And I'll come up with other ones as well. But I think those will tide me over till the end of the year. And then if anything comes up in geek culture games, but especially films and TV and in that world, theme park world, that kind of thing, I'll plop down and play a game and talk about that thing when it seems important to do so. But I won't be in a theme park until there's a vaccine in my arm and in most others. So my theme park coverage, which is so sad to me, is kind of dead in the water. Look at that. For the time being. Same with conventions. I know LA Comic-Con is claiming they're going to do a convention in December. Maybe October. No, December. It's like they cut back on the crowd by a whole bunch, and they've quadrupled the space on the convention floors, but it's California, so it's like if they tried to have it today, they wouldn't be able to. It's just because it's not allowed, and the gatherings and stuff, and so they're still kind of, they made the changes and are hoping that those numbers go down and the restrictions are lifted, but just postpone it, just cancel it, push it to December of next year. That's realistic, like ish, because even Star Wars Celebration was canceled, and then they pushed it not to 2021 but to 2022. So, and then they just said you could move your registration to then, or what I did is I opted for a merchandise credit, so I got like some cool Star Wars Empire Strikes Back lunch boxes that very excited. And maybe once they arrive I can do like a giveaway or something at some point. But anyways, as usual, channels Chasing Geekdom, chasinggeekdom.com. You can go there and see a lot of the previous coverage that I've done. The YouTube channel is linked as well, and you can see all of the previous episodes that I've done here. And as well as there's a big Walt Disney World Megasode that's on the landing page, which is fun to watch. Fun, maybe a little sad. And yeah, I look forward to that, and also to doing races outside again, like the Star Wars Half Marathon, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we'll see. Nothing but positive thoughts, right? Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, not there much, but Twitter especially. Come hang out, and I'll be here again tomorrow, probably doing Fall Guys, just because I still need a break from all the explosions and the craziness, and that's simple enough to where it gets crazy, but it's not simple. And I need that for just a couple days at least, and then I'll hop back in maybe to Fortnite and see if they've and Realm Royale. I that game quit on me though. Like I was in the middle of a match and it just kind of pooped out on me. Anyways, thanks for hanging out. Again, I'll be here tomorrow, and as I like to do one more time, as I leave 1.5 minute channel trailer so you can see an example of things that you will find on the YouTube page. Thanks for hanging out.